Have you ever met someone who never seems to lose their cool? Everyone's panicking, but they're just sitting there, sipping coffee, eyes steady, voice low. You can't tell if they're enlightened or if they just don't care. But here's the truth. People who always stay calm aren't emotionless. They've just mastered something most of us haven't: control over their inner reactions. So today we're diving deep into the psychology of people who are always calm. And by the end of this video, you might start seeing calmness in a very different light. The misunderstood calm. Let's start with a myth. People often assume calm people are detached, like they don't feel anything. But that's not true at all. In fact, they do feel emotions, just as deeply as anyone else. The difference is, they don't let those emotions hijack their decisions. Think of it this way. Their mind is like a lake. The surface might ripple for a moment, but it never becomes a storm. Why? Because they've built emotional space between what happens and how they respond. That space, that tiny pause, is everything. It's not born out of luck. It's trained. Why calm feels so powerful? Here's something fascinating. Calmness is often confused with confidence. You know why? Because when you don't react impulsively, people assume you're in control, and control looks powerful. Psychologists call this self-regulation. It's the ability to manage your thoughts and emotions instead of letting them manage you. Calm people use logic to slow down emotional surges. Their brain literally processes stress differently. Less activity in the amygdala, the fear center, and more in the prefrontal cortex, the reasoning center. That's why when chaos happens, they don't freeze or explode. They analyze. They don't say, "Why is this happening to me?" They say, "What can I do about it?" The hidden past behind calm people. But here's the twist. Most calm people weren't always calm. Many of them learned it the hard way. They've been through things that forced them to develop control. At some point, they realized, reacting doesn't fix anything. It only drains energy. So they built calmness as a defense, not to look strong, but to stay safe. Because when you've seen real chaos, everyday chaos doesn't scare you anymore. That's why calm people often carry a quiet kind of wisdom. It's not arrogance, it's perspective. They've seen the storm, and they know it passes. Their emotional intelligence trick. One of the biggest secrets of calm people is emotional labeling. It sounds simple, but it's powerful. When they feel angry, instead of yelling, they think, "This is anger." When they feel anxious, they think, "This is anxiety." By naming the emotion, they create distance from it. It's no longer who they are, it's just something they're feeling. That little trick lets them observe instead of drown in emotion. It's like watching a storm through a window. You see it, you hear it, but it doesn't touch you. Why calm people can be misunderstood. Here's the funny part. Calm people are often misunderstood as cold. They don't overreact. They don't gossip. They don't rush to prove their point. So people think they don't care. But in reality, they just refuse to waste emotional energy on things that don't matter. They pick their battles, quietly. And when they speak, it's not loud, but it lands heavy. That's also why they attract trust. In a loud world, calm becomes magnetic. You lean toward it because it feels safe. The power of stillness. Calmness isn't weakness. It's emotional maturity in its purest form. To stay calm doesn't mean you don't care. It means you've realized that losing control doesn't help. It's the difference between reacting and responding, between noise and depth. So if you're someone who stays calm while others lose their minds, don't let anyone call you boring or detached. You're not escaping emotions. You're mastering them. And that's rare, because in a world full of chaos, being calm isn't just peaceful, it's powerful. If this video made you think, subscribe to Hidden Mindset for more psychology stories that help you understand others and yourself a little deeper.